This is Optimus Prime. Just when you tell yourself that the 30 flashlights you own is more than enough and you don't need any more, AceBeam go and release this E70 series that I classify as flashlight porn. They've hooked me back in again. As you can see there, the first one, you've got that aluminium E70. The second one that they released in this series was the stainless steel. You then have the copper and the titanium. They have released another one that's not on this picture, which is, I think they classify the rainbow. But I thought to myself, I've got to buy one. I don't really have a tactical flashlight where the button is on the back there. So I thought to myself, I'm in lockdown, I'm not spending a lot of money, so how about we keep the economy going, and I'll pay a dealer here in Australia a pretty penny of $233. They are advertised here for, well, the one that I bought for $304, which is the titanium. I think the aluminium's going for about $150 here in Australia, and the stainless steel and copper are up around the $250, $270 mark, something around there. So they're not inexpensive. They are high-end lights. And what we're going to do today, I just received it in the mail. We are going to unbox the AceBeam E70 titanium. And it says there, unique everyday carry flashlight, high efficient boost, constant current circuit, one stainless steel switch option, compact and unique design, powered by one USB 21700 battery. Beautiful looking box with that window. So perfect to display. You know how I love my boxes. On the side here, it's got the battery option, which was included, the 21700. You can get these without the battery, and the color temp that I got, as per usual, the 6500 Kelvin. On the back here, it's just got the company's details. On this side here, you got the applications. It says mountaineering, camping, construction, cycling, first aid, adventure. Alright, we'll open this up. I think this works pretty much the same as the Immolent boxes, where it's got a magnetic piece here, so it opens up sideways. And AceBeam have given you a little greeting message. Thank you for your purchase. We'd love to hear from you. Please send an email to our customer service at sales@acebeam.com to let us know how your experience went, the AceBeam team. Okay, well, here we go. Let's see what's in here. First of all, we have a pouch. It looks to be long enough to house the flashlight. Not really keen on a pouch to house the flashlight. I associate these velvety type pouches with earrings and jewellery from a jewellery store. So I do love the AceBeam inscription there. That's nice, but I shan't be keeping the light in there. So that's one. We then have the AceBeam wrist strap, which is actually connected to the flashlight. So I've told you in my last video, I never use these. I like to keep these in mint condition because they do wear away. The AceBeam tag there will eventually wear away. The strap will break, and then try getting another one in 3 or 4 years time from AceBeam. They'll say to you that we stopped making those a while back. So it's better off to take this off, buy yourself something cheap from eBay, and keep this in pristine condition just in case you want to sell it. We then have a USB-C fast type cable, which looks to have a separate USB slot there. Could be for a power bank, an extra power bank while you're charging a light. That's nice. We have the standard for nothing O-rings. I put these in every flashlight. I don't know of one person that's ever gone through O-rings. That's a standard issue in these packages. Silica gel underneath. And we'll take the light out first. Look at this. Oh, nice and heavy too. Underneath there you've got warranty cards and instructions. I'm very, very much loving that box. That's beautiful. So this is the strap that I'll put on it. I got a whole case full of these straps that I picked up 20 for about $3 or $4. So you can adjust that to how thick your wrist is. It's even got a little carabiner clip on there. So I will be taking off this one and putting on this one. Alright, now some of the features on this, I've seen a few reviews. So there it is there, ATeam E70. Unlike the other four you see up there, the clip on this one is titanium. I think the others are either aluminium on the first one or stainless steel. I think those three would be stainless steel. This one here is titanium. They've also added the little feature of blue screws in there. Not that it makes a big deal in performance, but cosmetically it makes it look beautiful. And with myself loving Optimus Prime, this is very much the colours of Optimus Prime. That is one gorgeous flashlight. Again, the buttons, the tail switch button on these ones are just standard. This one has a blue clicky on the back, tactical click on the back. See if we can unscrew this head. One hand. It's nearly there. Okay. So there's the head on it. So that's an orange pure reflector, not very deep, so this is just pure flood. I believe that's an XHP 70.2 LED, so very similar to the DN70 from Immelent that's long been vaulted. They've got an XHP 70 in there, so I would say that this flashlight would perform very similar to the way that did when I used to use that. Got a nice heavy duty spring, and I do love that it has this serrated strike bezel. It's not very sharp, but that will leave a nice tattoo print if someone was to mug you at night. Or I think what it's meant for really is as a glass breaker. Again, if you're trapped in a car, had an accident, the doors are wedged, you can't get out, this will do the job. Inside you have the little tab here stopping connection to the battery in transit, and it has the 21700 5100 milliamp battery, so this should give it plenty of juice. And the way you recharge this flashlight is again like the ATeam E10 that I own, just up the top there in the slot. So you do have to take the battery out, and that's how you charge it. High quality stuff. ATeam has gone to the top of my favourite companies. I used to be very loyal to Immelent, but I've had a few dramas with Immelent of late with their DX80. You know, I'm not happy that I've gone through 2 battery packs on that. So ATeam, I've not had a problem with any of my flashlights. I owned 5 of them, and I've not had any problems with those. It does start tail stand. That seems to be okay greased, not the best. So I think I'll put a bit more grease on there myself. I see all these other flashlight reviewers with their cameras on top of them, but I don't have an option here where I'm filming this to actually put this down anywhere where I can use both hands, so it just has to be one-handed. I'll tell you one thing, whoever at ATeam was that designed this, in the words of Lieutenant Clinton Morgan, from First Blood fame, give that man or woman a cigar, because that is one incredible looking light. And some of the reviews that I've actually watched on this, what they failed to mention is apparently this has 14 slots. So I gather all these slots that you see up here, these ones, that one, and all these ones that go around the bottom here. What they're for, you can actually purchase, they're called tritium vials or tritium tubes, fluorescent tubes. So you can pimp this light out even more than it is. So you can buy these little fluorescence tubes. So I think that last anywhere between 12 to 25 years. So if you put a red one in there at night time, it'll consistently glow. You could put a yellow one in there. I don't know what colors you would put in there to make this look any better than it is. And when I read that, it cast my mind back to 2016 with these little DQGs. Now that's how I wear, I didn't show it last time, but that's how I wear my DQG, with my little Rambo Jade Buddha around my neck. And when these were released back in 2016, there was a lot of videos, they're probably still online. If you see that little hole there, I don't know if you can pick it up on that side, and it's got another little hole on the other side. They're for tritium vials as well. So you can actually put a little tritium tube in this one for it to glow. And I remember there was a real big deal back in the day. And again with the Fairy. The Fairy was the original release of those little keychain, neck chain lights. And again, you see the little hole there on either side. And you could purchase many different colors of those tritium vials, fluorescent tubes, and you stick it there and it just gives you a nice little look at nighttime, glowing consistently. For what they say, 12 to 25 years. I never went ahead. I think they were around about $40 or $50 back in 2016 when I was looking at buying ones. But yeah, so these are capable of housing those tritium tubes as well. And this is the only flashlight, this DQG Slim stainless steel that I own, with a tactical switch on the back. So this will be the second one now, this Ace Beam E70, where I'll be able to hold it like the cops do. And apparently there is, let's go through the modes there. Okay, so the stainless steel and titanium maximum lumen output is 4,000. The aluminium and copper is 4,600 lumens. So if we look at the titanium, strobe, you got 1,650 lumens for 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's pretty hefty. You got a moonlight, or what I like to call a firefly mode, 1 lumen, 11 days it lasts. You got a low mode, 50 lumens, 50 hours. Mid 1, 180 lumens, 12 hours. Mid 2, 650 lumens, 4 hours. 1,000 lumens at 2 hours and 30 minutes, and 4,000 lumens at 2 hours and 15 minutes. I saw somewhere it lasts for 30 seconds, I think, before it scales down, and I think it probably scales down to 1,000. So I would classify this as a 1,000 lumen flashlight. But when you do need to take a picture, or if you need to light up something in the distance, it only has a throw of 220 meters, so it's not a big throwing EDC flashlight. That's where you'd use the 4,000 lumens. So I will head up to the family home once it gets dark, and we'll do some beam shots. I'm really keen on actually seeing what this light looks like in the night. But cosmetically, just to look at it, it is absolutely gorgeous. It's got that titanium stone wash finish. So if it comes through on the camera where it looks like it's got patina on it, that's on purpose, that stone wash finish with that blue underlay. As I said, I love Optimus Prime and anything to do with Transformers. And when I seen that blue, I thought to myself, and the blue tail cap, I thought to myself, that light is just all you. All right, we'll wrap it up there. One of the few videos, short videos that I've done. And we shall see you once it gets dark. The sun has set and night has fallen. I've just driven up here to the former Optimus Prime childhood backyard. We had many a fun time in this backyard throughout the 70s and 80s. Just about to do some beam testing with the little porn star of the day, the Ace Beam E70. I forgot to mention earlier, this also can run on an 18650 battery, which makes it very handy. And it's classified as having two special modes, that being moonlight at 1 lumen and strobe at 1650. And you've got your 5 other modes there, being low, mid 1, mid 2, high and turbo. I've got my LED hat on the knife board at the moment, so we'll switch that off and we'll start off with the moonlight mode. Okay, I'm about 2 meters away from the knife board. I can barely see it. This looks like to be just for a reading at 1 lumen. So there it is there. I've actually walked up to the knife board, so I'm standing about half a meter away at the moment. So that's moonlight or firefly at 1 lumen. I'll just go back to 2 meters. Okay, this next mode, ooh, that's nice and bright. They classify this as low, and that's 50 lumens. That's quite bright. It's a perfect for walking around. Next one is mid 1, and that's 180 lumens from about 2 meters away from this knife throwing board. Next one is mid 2, and that's 650 lumens. That's now spilling into the backyard. You can pick up on either side. Next mode is high. That's 1000 lumens. It's lighting up the knife board, but there's not too much spill on either end yet. And if we double click, we'll go into 4000 lumens. Okay, so there you go, 4000 lumens right there. It's not spilling on either side of the fence, but if I do pan around, it's looking quite nice. That's very bright. And we'll go into the special mode of strobe, defense strobe. That's at 1650 lumens. Impressive. We'll do this other knife throwing stump over here. Once again, I'm about 2 meters away. Okay, so that's at 1 lumen, the moonlight firefly mode. I'm just going to walk up to it. I'll probably just make that out now. We'll go back. That is low at 50 lumens. Mid 1 at 180 lumens. Mid 2, 650 lumens. That's perfect. 650 is nice. That's where I'd probably run it. We've got high at 1000. It's not a huge jump up in lumens, and you can't really see all that much difference. So that's high on 1000, and double click and we'll get up to 4000. That's 4000 lumens right there. And there's the Optimus Prime childhood backyard where many a fun time was had. Okay, I think that will do us. This has been Optimus Prime. Until we meet again, adios.